Hey everybody, this is Dr. Heather Carden coming to you live on our Prove It's Normal Facebook Ask a Specialist Live. I am here to help you answer questions about Keto Cream, Keto Max, and Keto OS. So while we wait for our friends to join us here, I am using headset today because my voice is really raspy from the amazing weekend we had at Keto Academy and more. But I'm just going to introduce myself while our friends are joining on. My name is Dr. Heather Carden. I am a wellness practitioner in Overland Park, Kansas. I am the co-owner of Carden Center for Wellness. I practice alongside my husband, and I'm a mother of 4 amazing young gentlemen. I have been teaching a low-carb, high-fat diet to my patients and living a low-carb, high-fat diet as well with my family for over 20 years. I've been teaching the ketogenic diet as an adjunctive therapy to my patients when necessary. So you can imagine how excited I was when I found out that there was an exogenous ketone. So a little bit about ketones and Keto OS and what it is while we wait for our friends to join us here. Again, I want to welcome everyone from the U.S., North America, Canada, New Zealand, Tasmania, and Australia. I met some amazing people this weekend. I love seeing each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping and saying hi to me. And if you weren't there, you've got to get to the next event. I'll make those announcements at the end of our Q&A today about the next upcoming Keto Academy and more, an amazing trip. Let's just start with what the basics of ketones are. Ketones are simply an energy source. It is our native energy source that our human bodies know how to use. It's simply a metabolite of fatty acid metabolisms. We can actually use glucose and break it down via insulin and get carbohydrates or glucose for energy, or we can take fats. We don't need any energy through fatty acid metabolism, and we can get ketones and use those for energy. Let me just tell you what's so amazing about ketones. Ketones are neuroprotective. Ketones can reduce inflammation. I'm just reading right off the side of the can here, so you do not have to be an expert. Ketones increase focus, they suppress appetite, they provide better moods, better sleep, better digestion, clearer skin, faster and sustainable more energy. Maybe we haven't been hearing about this, or maybe ketones are a new word for you today. This is an amazing time for you to join in. Again, ketones are simply just a byproduct of fatty acid metabolism. It is our native fuel. It can help our bodies optimize towards a better state of health. What determines if we're using ketones for fuel is if our bodies test for being in a state of ketosis. Ketosis is simply an elevated level of blood ketones. You can check it via urine, you can check it through your blood, or you can check it through your breath. And today we're super excited that Prove It has manufactured the first therapeutic exogenous ketone that you can simply drink and be in ketosis in less than 59 minutes. That's simply amazing. If you knew before that we had to actually go through a mild starvation or a ketogenic diet to get the benefits of ketones, and now you can simply, that could take days or weeks to get into that state of ketosis to get the amazing ketone bodies to use for energy. Now we can simply drink exogenous ketones and be in a state of ketosis in less than 59 minutes. Super, super amazing technology that we can offer to any and everyone. Keto OS is safe, as you hear me say, womb to tomb, because babies are born in ketosis. We know as we age, it is a preferred fuel source for our brains to use. We heard that from Dr. Ford this weekend, Dr. Cunane, just amazing thought leaders, and Dr. Dominic D'Agostino, Dr. Mary Newport. I could go on, but just a ton of information. So if you didn't get to Keto Academy, please get to the next one in September. And I want to let you know that Prove It leads from the front. One of their first things they really focus on is in education. So they offer this Q&A every Wednesday with different specialists here to help you understand better how to optimize your body, how to use Keto OS, Keto Cream, and Keto Max for your body. So let's get down to questions now that we've done our nice warm welcome to everyone here. And let me see what I can do to help you understand ketosis, ketones, and Keto OS a little better. And again, I'm going to sit here and try to read questions. I've opened up my computer, so again, super excited to be here today. So Brandy is asking about her mom and kidneys. So I just first want to make sure that you know that I am not, and Prove It is not making any medical claims. We are simply taking all the data and research that has been studied over the past 90 plus years about what ketones can do in our body. I should preface that our body can make 3 ketone bodies. It can make beta-hydroxybutyrate, acetoacetate, and acetone. Beta-hydroxybutyrate is the main one that our body can fuel off of and feel amazing, more energy, more oxygen, more ATP, and that's what is in the Prove It products, the ketone body beta-hydroxybutyrate. Now let's make sure we define exogenous ketones from endogenous ketones. Endogenous ketones are the ones that our body makes when we're in a state of ketosis, a natural state of ketosis. Exogenous ketones are Keto OS, which means we can simply drink it and put it in our body. So we're asking if it's safe for kidney or safe for liver or safe for our gallbladder. We know that Keto OS is water soluble. The liver doesn't store any ketones body. It doesn't make the Keto OS or I should say the Keto Max also, but our body can actually just simply put it into our bloodstream and use it as a source of fuel within less than 59 minutes. So yes, it is safe for your kidneys. Yes, it is safe for your liver, but please check with your healthcare provider before starting any new nutritional supplement. And if you need a more complete answer, please don't hesitate to go to the Help Center. If you go to proveitnow.com and the upper right-hand corner, there's a question mark. Simply click on that. We have an amazing Help Center. The first tab will tell you all about the product, what the ingredients are if you want more detailed information. The second one is a Health tab, and it will go through all the information that maybe we don't get answered here today and questions that you still have. So let's get back to your questions today. So Julie is asking about losing weight or losing inches. Julie, I'm so glad you answered that. Keto OS, Keto Max, Biomax, the Prove It products are not a weight loss supplement. But what happens is the benefits of using ketones in our body actually leads to fat loss or can lead to fat loss and can also lead to increased muscle gain. So how do people lose fat? I know people will say, hear all these amazing stories on the Prove It Facebook page about people losing fat and losing inches in their pants or their belts or the scale really changing, because what happens is ketones provide an amazing source of energy. They actually can help increase our metabolism. We learned that this weekend. We also know that ketones can decrease craving. Oftentimes people end up overeating or maybe making choices that they wouldn't want to make, like eating a unhealthy carb because maybe they're tired, maybe they're just craving that and just have to have it. We learned this weekend that ketones actually can reduce our cravings. Ketones can help stabilize our blood sugar. It can actually help release less insulin in the presence of exogenous ketones, which can help deposit less fat ultimately. So maybe the scale isn't moving for you, but please make sure you check other measurements. See how your body's feeling. Notice how you're sleeping. Notice how you're waking up. Notice how you respond to stress throughout the day. Also take body measurements. Use a proper scale. Don't just use one that you're measuring only the number. Measure inches. You can use centimeters, meters. I don't care if you take a piece of yarn and really take measurements throughout your body from your head to your toes. Don't just use one or two body measurements. If you have access to a Tanita scale or a bod pod that will actually measure your body weight, your bone mass, your visceral fat, your body fat, because there's so much more. We know that muscle actually occupies less space than fat. So you can be losing inches. You can be losing visceral fat, which is that fat that's inside around the organs, and the scale may not move the first day or two, or maybe it actually increases and you're actually increasing your lean muscle mass. We learned this weekend from Dr. Cunane how important it is to decrease myostatin, which is that enzyme that actually breaks down lean muscle mass as we age. So focus on several different factors when you're looking at how to optimize your own health. Hopefully that helped answer your question there. So again, reading these. And I love how you people are helping, provers are help answering the questions as people ask those. So someone is new to Prove It, wants to know how much to start and when to take it. I love that question. So we do have several different options now. We have 2.1 or the orange, we have the chocolate, which is a 3.0, and we have the Biomax in two amazing flavors. So I always recommend that if your body has not been using ketones for a while, so if you're not fat adapted and if you've not been in ketosis, and you don't have to be to use a product, which is the amazing thing. You can be on any diet that you want. I'm going to recommend that you start with maybe a half a serving the first 2 or 3 days. Let your body remember what it's like to burn ketones for fuel, because again, it is our native state. We're born in ketosis. Let the body have a little bit of time to get used to that, and really just listen to your body. Don't be concerned about getting into that state of ketosis, getting that urine stick to turn pink. Notice that you're focusing on an energy source that works in the cell of the body. The mitochondria, as we heard this weekend, is a powerhouse of our cell. That's where we want to put energy. That's where we can help reduce inflammation. Beta hydroxybutyrate can do that for you. It's an amazing energy source and supplies more oxygen. So start with half a serving the first 2 or 3 days. And as your body tolerates that well, you feel great, then increase that serving to either 3/4 or a full serving. Or maybe you feel fantastic and you want add another half a serving or maybe a full serving in the afternoon. Prove It recommends, or we recommend, that 1 serving a day is therapeutic and 2 servings a day is optimal performance. So the caffeine, Amy, is caffeine and hydrates. You can find that also in the Prove It Health Center for information. And Prove It does have their products. If you're new today, it has it in a caffeine-free or uncharged or charged, which is caffeinated serving. Someone asked if a 7-year-old could take the product. These go through pretty quickly. Yes, Keto OS and Biomax are safe, and Keto Cream are safe womb to tomb. But if you're starting with a child maybe underneath the age of 10, then I would actually start with 1 teaspoon or maybe just a half a teaspoon. If you do the calculations on this is in grams. Each on-the-go packet or sachet has about 4.65 teaspoons. So if you want to start with half a packet, that's a little over 2 teaspoons. Or with a child, just start with 1 teaspoon. I love it if moms are just starting this program and they want to mix it up in their water bottle. Maybe they have a 16-ounce water bottle. My hands are there. Give 4 ounces to each of your children that as you're having breakfast with them. Know that you can use Keto OS with food, without food. And I generally recommend you want to start using Keto OS as an amazing energy source 30 minutes before your hangry, hungry, crabby, or workout time to get all the benefits that you need from ketones. So Jamie's asking, my kids are 5 to 3, and okay, Cheryl's asking about sodium. Sorry, lots of questions coming through. So hopefully that answered the question about children. So with children, again, start at a reduced serving. Please use the uncharged one. Make sure they're drinking plenty of water. Again, they can consume with or without food. I think it's super important in the morning for kids to get their brains up and going. We know that ketones provide more oxygen, get their brain alert as they start their school day. And if your child has activities after school, another serving would be an amazing time that you can have it after school. You can put it in a popsicle. You can make it in slushy. You can mix it with water, LaCroix, almond milk, coconut milk, any way that your child likes it. But again, it's safe for children. Again, start with the reduced serving, and I would use the caffeine free. The next question was, why is there sodium in Keto OS? Keto OS, or beta-hydroxybutyrate, the ketone body, is an amazing anti-inflammatory. We also know that it helps pull water out of fat cells. So our formulators have added the sodium back into Keto OS and Biomax at a really strategic, optimal level. So they help replace in a very, very precise level what is lost through natural diuretic process, through a ketogenic diet, and through ketosis. And we make sure that we replace the sodium. Because even when we're losing unwanted things like inflammation and water out of our fat cells, we also lose healthy nutrients like sodium, magnesium, potassium. So our formulators have optimized the exact amount that we need to help replace what is lost through the normal diuretic process. Also, we know ketones are very acidic, so we actually add the sodium back in there to help replace to help balance out the acidic basic level. Again, all these questions can be answered in the Prove It Help Center also. Hey doc, in the presence of ketones, sorry, these are going fast. It's the presence of ketones, bodies, will your body use ketones or glucose? So I love that question. I'm going to summarize that. So if I am eating a bagel and I'm drinking exogenous ketones, what fuel will my body use? Well, if I'm eating a bagel and have my exogenous ketones at the same time, I drink my exogenous ketones, it goes directly into my blood cell. My body wants fuel. It will use the fuel which is ever most available. So if I drink this, I know it's the metabolite or the end product of fatty acid metabolism. My body's going to use this first. Because if I'm eating a bagel or if I'm having protein or nuts or anything else, my body has to go through that whole big cycle of digestion with the carbohydrate, and that usually takes 20 to 30 to 40 minutes. So my body will actually use, if I'm having it at the same time, it will use the ketone body first as the energy source because it's most available and it's the easiest to use. It doesn't have to go through anything. It's already the metabolite. The bagel has to be broken down to get glucose out of it. But we've also learned through clinical data is that in the presence of exogenous ketones and carbohydrates, our body actually elicits less insulin. That's super important when we're looking at inflammatory markers and we're looking at inflammation and we're looking at fat gain. And again, these studies can be found. You can go, when we're done here, you can go Google ketone bodies and inflammation, ketone body and glucose. But that's a super common question. Our body is a dual fuel source. We actually may be in ketosis while we're sleeping because hopefully you guys are not eating while you're sleeping. So it's a natural state that our body can pop into and out of. So having our body in ketosis during the day and then flipping back to using carbohydrates is a natural way our body was designed to burn fuel. Yes, and Frank said it is a great source of fuel for everyone. Thank you for adding that in there. So Kathy's asking if a person only has one kidney. We know that our body's actually only meant to really thrive and survive on one kidney, but Keto OS is water soluble. Again, check with your healthcare provider before starting any nutritional supplement. But if you go to the Help Center, there is an amazing paragraph of why Keto OS is safe for a person who's maybe had a history of kidney issues, kidney stones, maybe only one kidney, kidney transplant. A lot of great information, but yes, it is safe. I would recommend the caffeine-free, and again, starting with a reduced serving to see how your body handles it, and make sure you're drinking plenty of water. So Kelly's asking, why would someone gain weight on using Keto OS? Kelly, that actually can be an amazing thing. I know my son actually gained about 25 pounds because it made his body more efficiently use the fuel he was putting it in there. So everyone has different healthcare goals. Some people's healthcare goals are actually to gain weight. Some people want to lose weight. But remember, Keto OS is not a weight loss supplement. The benefits of ketones, which are muscle sparing, muscle actually occupies less space, so can weigh more on the scale, so people can actually be turning that brown fat into white fat. Our body can be using that for a fuel source and actually increasing our muscle mass. We learned that ketone bodies actually can turn off some enzymes that actually break down our muscle mass as we age to increase our muscle mass. So that could be a reason. It also could be just simply water retention. Our body needs sodium. Pruvit has calculated the proper amount of sodium to have in each of their servings. So if your body is sodium deficient, there could be an issue that your body's actually holding on to water. If that's the case, then I'd simply just recommend that you drink plenty of water, reduce your serving of Keto OS until your body acclimates or accommodates to that, and then increase it as how your body feels. And again, everybody's body is so unique and so different from person to person, age to age, gender to gender. Listen to your body. And I can tell you so many times, once you start using the product, you're going to feel and know when your body is craving those ketones to put in there. Kathy's asking, is it okay to mix in a protein shake? Kathy, Keto OS, or the ketone body, is stable and in a solution. I actually verified that with our formulators this weekend when I was at Keto Academy. So you can mix Keto OS with water, with LaCroix, with branched chain amino acids. But note that we do have amino acids in our 3.0 chocolate and also in the max. But yes, you can mix it with a protein shake if you choose to do so. You can mix it with a coconut milk, almond milk. So that is your choice. But I did clarify it is stable with any other liquid that you want to mix it with, whether it's hot or cold. So someone's asking about a specific medication. So to date, we have not found, after 15 million servings, any contraindications with any prescription medications. But again, please check with your doctor before adding any nutritional product. I think it's the third time I've said it, but it's super important that you let your healthcare provider know what you're doing for your body's health. And if you are on prescription medications, again, please check with them first. But to date, we have not found any contraindications or any clinical indications that you should not use ketone, because again, it's just a natural source that our body uses. It's a fuel that our body can be using every single day. So it's a safe fuel for our body to use. But again, just check with your healthcare provider. Kaylee's asking about ketone bodies and specifically ADHD or autism. Kaylee, we learned a bunch of information this weekend from Keto Academy. I'm going to encourage you to be your own researcher. I'm going to request that you actually go to the Google search and put ketone or ketogenic diet and ADHD, ketogenic diet or ketones and autism. But you can also go to proveitnow.com/research. We've got some amazing clinical data there about cognition, about memory, about fat loss, sports performance. So there's a good dozen articles there that you can look at. If I said it too fast, it's proveitnow.com/research. Suzanne, yes, you can use Keto OS anytime throughout the day. She's asking if you can sip on it. So people who are fat adapted, again, this is just a personal use. Go by how you feel. And sometimes I know your body's so out of balance, you have no idea where to start. I would say start with a half a serving in the morning when you wake up, because you want to start your body feeding with brain and with fuel. And again, add that second half a serving between 1 and 3 or 1 and 4, which is generally that time where our adrenal glands, which is the engine for our body, starts to kind of give out throughout the day, starting to get tired, because ketones are an amazing energy source, adding more oxygen and more ATP, which is just energy. So add that second serving in the afternoon. Increase that as your body feels. So maybe you already know when your hangry, hungry, tired time is, then I would suggest drinking that Keto OS or Biomax 30 minutes before that time. So you know that you want to go to the vending machine between 9 and 11, or 3 o'clock before you pick your kiddos up. You want to make a detour through some other store and buy some other type of maybe unwanted carbohydrate beverage. This would be the perfect time to put those ketone bodies in your body, or 30 minutes before your workout time, so you optimize your workout. So the real target is you want to optimize your body's performance throughout the day, and optimize your body as you're sleeping. So 30 minutes before your hungry, tired workout time is the best time. And yes, you can sip on it throughout the day. If you're super focused on getting your ketone bodies to pop up, then you're going to need, and you're not in ketosis and you're on the standard American diet or a paleo diet, and your goal is to get into ketosis, then you may need to drink that within 15 or 20 minutes to pop your ketone bodies up and get that registered levels of ketones. Because if you're drinking slowly throughout the day, then you may not pop that ketone body up high enough, but you're still getting all the amazing neurological benefits, anti-inflammatory benefits, all the energy benefits of ketones. So it is safe to sip on throughout the day or have several servings throughout the day. Again, just know what your healthcare goals are and then move forward with those. And join every Wednesday. All the videos from all the other amazing specialists are under the video tab. You can stay tuned in for the Friday fitness videos. So no, there's a lot of resources here. Again, the cornerstone of Prove It is really leading through with education. Amy says, when you're taking Keto OS and you're on a keto diet, will the liver convert? So Amy, super great question. She's asking if you're already on keto adapted or you're on a ketogenic diet, what does your body do with the exogenous ketones? My answer is your body uses them. So your liver does not have to convert the ketones, because when you're on a ketogenic diet, your body has to make sure that you run through all the glucose or insulin in your fuel source. Then your liver has to go out and grab those fat cells and then convert them into the ketone body, the metabolites that we're talking about. With Keto OS, you simply have to drink it. So if you're already fat adapted, already on a ketogenic diet, this is an amazing way to heighten your level of ketones to stay in a more steady state of ketones. Or for me, I feel like it gives me more flexibility in my diet, because I know that having extra ketone bodies in your blood can actually give you that extra added energy that maybe you're missing throughout the day. Again, a little more flexibility if I have a little bit of extra protein or fat. But again, you do not have to be on a ketogenic diet to get all the amazing benefits of ketones. Trisha's asking about nursing moms. Yes, Trisha, nursing moms could absolutely use Keto OS. I would recommend the uncharged formula, and make sure you check with your nurse, midwife, or OB, whichever healthcare practitioner you're using. We know ketones are amazing signalers for our body. We know that during a nursing part, that actually they're trying to be not very scientifically specific, but as a baby nurses, there's lots of signals going to our brain that cause our body to release and let down our milk supply. So we know that ketone bodies can actually enhance that. As we're sitting here today, there are researchers all over the world studying the amazing benefits and signaling properties of ketones on about 30 different hormones. But since we know that babies are in ketosis at about 20 weeks, and even after birth, babies are in ketosis as long as they are being breastfed. So ketones and Keto OS, the product, is safe for a breastfeeding, nursing, or pregnant mother. I love that question. What is ketoacidosis? Ketoacidosis is a condition that happens very rarely in an unstable type 1 diabetic. That happens when their endogenous ketones, again, their liver and their kidneys just aren't communicating properly. And again, it happens in an unstable type 1 diabetic. So if you're a type 1 diabetic, please check with your daughter. Make sure that you're routinely checking your insulin level throughout the days. But what happens is our ketones bodies pop up. Again, this is endogenously made, not exogenous, not from outside ketones that's happening. Our levels will get like 25 to 30 or 35 or higher. That is a serious medical condition. But with Keto OS, because it's water soluble, we'll find our ketone levels will be anywhere from 0.5 to 3.0 or maybe 4.5. That's really that optimal level for ketosis that you're looking for. But since Keto OS and Biomax are water soluble, they are simply excreted out through the body in about 2 to 6 hours. It just depends on how fast your body uses those. So there's a big difference between endogenous, which your body makes them, and exogenous, in which your body can actually just drink the Keto OS. So Wendy's asked a couple times about using through a feeding tube. Wendy, I have asked that, and I think the answer is yes, you can use it through a feeding tube, but I would really encourage you to please check with your healthcare provider and make sure. We know that Keto OS is water soluble. It will be absorbed. The stomach doesn't have to break down anything. Feeding tube can often be in different parts of the body. So please check with your healthcare provider. Know that I'm not giving you any medical advice on that, and Prove It is not, but we know that ketones are absorbed through the bloodstream and are water soluble, so they should should be safe with the condition of someone using a feeding bag or even having a colostomy bag. But again, please check with your healthcare provider before starting any nutritional supplement. Amy asked, explain to Samantha why this is not a weight loss. Amy, we actually talked about that earlier. So and the great thing is, if you have friends and family that missed this or people that you want to share this conversation with, know that this is recorded as well as all the past videos on live. So please go back and look at those videos. Amy, we did answer that in about the first 5 minutes. So we explained really well that Keto OS is not a weight loss supplement. The benefits of ketones actually lead to fat loss and increased muscle gain. I'm going to take a quick second here to say a shout out to everyone in North America and Australia. Shout out to all those amazing Keto Academy kids that I saw this weekend. I want to see a big number one. If you are brand new to Ask a Specialist and you've not been here on the Wednesdays where different specialists are helping you answer your questions here, please give me a 1. If you were at Keto Academy or more, give me a big emoji, a big fist bump there. I want to know who was there this weekend. And if you are planning on attending the next Keto Academy and planning on attending next Wednesday's Ask a Specialist, give me a big star down there. Billy Funk was giving me some amazing tips here to start using some emojis. So number 1, if you're brand new, give me a fist bump if you were at Keto Academy or more this weekend. Again, you can hear my voice is still just so excited from what we learned this weekend from the amazing thought leaders that Prove It provided for us to learn from so that we can optimize our own health and really help inspiring others. And please join the Inspire campaign. Scroll back to yesterday's post if you're just brand new to the Facebook page and watch the video. Look what we're doing. Look what Prove It's doing, and we're all doing together as a community to help really continue people to inspire to be the best versions of themselves. Thank you for all those emojis. I'm checking my time here so I don't go over. I'm going to take a few more questions and I'm going to go over each of the individual products super quick here and then just announce the upcoming events that Prove It has. So I would love to help answer some questions. I know I saw some GI questions before, so let's talk about that. Again, if your body is not fat adapted and you have not used ketones or your body hasn't used ketones for a fuel source for a very long time because you've been a carbitarian or following the standard American diet, which is really high in carbohydrates, and you've been running on glucose, be kind to your body. Start super slow. If you get loose stools or diarrhea after using Keto OS, there's 3 simple things you can do. Simply reduce your serving size. Second thing is actually eat it with some food, some fat or protein. That will slow down the transition of how fast your body absorbs those ketones. And number 3, I want you to see if maybe you've had a lot of gut inflammation and your increased number of stools the first couple of days are actually just your body getting rid of that inflammation. Ketones, again, are amazing anti-inflammatories. So if you're getting some extra loose stools the first day or 2, again, we would not recommend this lasts longer than 72 hours. Simply reduce the serving and combine it with some food so it's a slower transition time. If you're the other person who's getting some constipation or some slower bowel movements, number 1, drink water. We know that 79% of North Americans are dehydrated. Ketones are amazing anti-inflammatories. They help pull water out of fat cells. The job of our large intestine is actually just to reabsorb water and get ready for evacuation. So if you're having trouble with evacuation or constipation, simply drink more water, add some extra sea salt into your diet, and take some extra magnesium. Water is so important for our bodies and for every single cell. When we're using ketones to help feed our cells, help feed our body at that cellular level for energy, then we know that we need to make sure we're giving our body proper water. The average mathematics for how much water should I drink is about 1/2 ounce per body pound. But again, if you're having extra body weight and you're 300 or 400 pounds, I wouldn't recommend you drinking 200 ounces of water. Or conversely, if you're, just 50 pounds, again, do the math yourself. But the average person should drink about 1/2 ounce of water per body pound. So if you weigh 100 pounds, drink about 50 plus ounces. If you're doing an hour of exercise, add an extra 8 ounces. It's okay to put a pinch of sea salt in your water to better absorb that. But again, diarrhea, constipation, excess gas, simply reduce your serving size. Listen to your body. Add a little bit of extra water on the constipation side. Actually, add a little bit of extra fat or protein with the Keto OS. If you're a person who's having some increased stool movements, again, we wouldn't want that to last longer than 24 to really 48, 72 hours. And again, just listen to your body. Just reduce that serving size. Everyone is unique and different. And you guys are very welcome. Thank you for all the hearts, and thank you for adding all the kind compliments and hugs and stuff I got this weekend. So excited for so many people sharing which product they're starting with. So I am going to lead into that because we've got just about 5 minutes left here today. So I'm going to start with the orange. And someone said, why do you keep saying the numbers 2.1, 3.0? The formulators have worked tremendous hours in optimizing the formula. So the first one we had was a 1.0. We did a beta testing with that. We listened to people's results, and then the formulators changed the combination of the salts in there to optimize it in your body. So the orange stream that we have right now is the 2.1. Is the optimized dream formula. The silver or gold band means that it's charged and has caffeine. The silver one means that it's actually uncharged. These are the OTGs are on the go. This is one single serving, again, about 4.6 teaspoons. The orange has the beta hydroxybutyrate. Remember, we're drinking the ketone products or the Prove It products for the beta hydroxybutyrate, that ketone body that gives us those amazing, amazing benefits. The orange has the extra MCT oil, which can help add extra energy. Our liver can convert the MCT that's in the orange into additional energy. We do use dairy to help. We do use dairy to plate the MCT to the beta hydroxybutyrate. So if you're concerned or have a dairy sensitivity or allergy, the amazing thing is there is other options. So we have the chocolate. Sorry, I used this one today. My can was empty. So speaking of that, these are called OTGs, are on the go when you go to the store. This is a can, K-A-N, or a jug. So this has 30 servings in it. These are a single serving, the same as a 1 scoop in the can. The chocolate does not have the MCT oil. It has butyric acid, which is a great anti-inflammatory. It also has additional prebiotic called inulin or chicory root. It's great for help turning on healthy gut flora, healthy gut bacteria. You can get some increased gas with this, which is a great thing because it's turning on those healthy gut bugs. We know that chicory and inulin root has been used for hundreds of years for osteoporosis, for help handling blood sugar. I really appreciate it's got the extra inulin or chicory root in here. Again, no MCTs and no dairy, so it is dairy free. It also has additional keto friendly amino acids. So it's got 4 additional amino acids. Again, go to the Help Center or turn the package over and you can read those. The next one that we have is our Max. It is Max because it is the maximum ketone supplement on the market. It is the strongest ketone supplement that you can get on the market. What our formulators did is they took the beta hydroxybutyrate in the orange and chocolate. They blended it to make it stronger, almost twice as stronger, more bioavailable than what we get in the orange or the chocolate. You can see these amazing stamps on the bottom. What that means, it is dairy free, it is vegan certified, the salts are kosher certified. More importantly, it is Sport Informed certified. That means that it is the best quality product that we can offer. Again, it comes in an amazing Maui Punch flavor, and it comes in a Swiss cacao flavor if you're a chocolate fan. So what the amazing thing is that you can mix and match between any of these supplements or products throughout the day. You can use a Max in the morning if you're craving some chocolate, if you feel like you need some extra ketones, you're tired, you're recovering from the amazing war weekend, maybe you need some extra ketones, use the Max. If you're having a lighter day, use some orange or some chocolate. You can mix or match. You can mix them in hot or in cold, any way that you like. Again, just start slowly and listen to your body. All of their products are gluten-free. They are soy-free, egg-free, nut-free, shellfish-free, mushroom free. I'm trying to think the other questions that we often get. The only additional questions we get is, why is there iodine and B12 in the orange? It's simply what is naturally occurring in the very small amount of dairy which is used to plate the MCT to the beta hydroxybutyrate. And remember, we're drinking all of these for the beta hydroxybutyrate. All of these, the beta hydroxybutyrate, the ketone body that we all want, that gives us those amazing benefits that you find on the side of this, which are fat loss, muscle preservation, fast and sustainable energy, reduced brain fog, increased clarity, increased focus, sustained strength, better moods, better sleep, better focus, less anxiety, better digestion. And the last product that we have is Keto Cream, one of my ultimate favorite ones. This does not have any ketone bodies in it. It has no beta hydroxybutyrate, no ketone bodies, but it gives you all the necessary ingredients for your body to make its own ketone body. MCT powder, ketone powder, so let me try that one more time. It has MCT powder, it has coconut powder, and our own patent blend of Ceylon cinnamon. 15 grams of healthy saturated fat. So say that you're sleeping all night, your body's using what was stored left of the insulin and glucose. To wake up in the morning and add these healthy fats to your brain is an amazing way to start your day. It tells your body, let's burn fat for fuel today. Let's be as amazing and optimal as we can be. You can mix this in anything. It's not just for coffee lovers. You can mix it in tea. You can mix it in coconut milk. You can make a slushie out of it. You can make a biscotti or cookie out of it. Look for in our recipe sections up above. This is for anyone. This is for children. This is for adults. This is for anyone wanting extra additional fats in their body, because we know that the fats are what break down into ketones to give us all those amazing benefits. So I'm just going to make a couple last announcements. If you were not here and you did not give me that big fist bump to say that you were at more, there is an amazing chance coming up. You can attend Keto Academy, which is where we hear from the leading thought leaders and researchers in the technology of ketones. That's going to be September 7th and 8th. Please attend more with Joseph McClendon III, which will be September 9th and 10th. Look for the amazing Prove It trip to Costa Rica in June. I cannot wait for that. But weekly, you can stay tuned to everything happening in the company. Visit the Facebook page every day. Please listen and share, comment, encourage people who are sharing their testimonies from their heart of the transformations they've had. They do that to inspire you and to help you find your better state of better. Also know that Monday night at 8:15 Central Standard Time and a Tuesday night at 8:15 Central Standard Time, there's a State of Play call where we hear from leading thought leaders. So on a weekly basis, we can be tuned into the latest ketone technology happening. So I really want to thank you guys for being here today. Hopefully I answered a lot of your questions today. I know I didn't get to each and every one of you, but know that there's an amazing help center. I know that my wing person back at Prove It has posted that a couple times. ProveItNow.com. There's a question mark in the upper right hand corner. Click on that to open up the health center. It will give you all the amazing information and questions that were here today. And if you still didn't get your question answered, then please send your questions into support@ProveItHQ.com. Again, thank you guys for being here today. It's an amazing time that I get to spend with you. Have an amazing, amazing week, and stay tuned next Wednesday for one of their other Prove It specialists to join in helping answer all your questions about ketones, Keto OS, Keto Max or Biomax, and Keto Cream. Have an amazing day and keep proving it every day.